Good morning, students. In the last class, you have studied about the levels ecological hierarchy, major abiotic factors, respond to abiotic factors and adaptation, and I have solved some of the MCQs from this part. The next part of the chapter, that is regarding population ecology. In a brief, okay, I will discuss about the population attributes and population growth models and some of the questions from this topic, that is population attributes and population growth models. Population. What is population? Population is defined as group of similar individuals at a particular area in a given time. Group of similar individuals is called as population, or group of individuals of one species is called as population. Individual organism does not have a special characteristic features, but whereas a population we can assign some of the characteristic features, and those characteristic features of a population we call it as population attributes. Population attributes. Some of the population attributes that you have already studied in a brief. Okay, so I will tell which are those population attributes. Natality, also called as birth rate. Yes, mortality, death rate, sex ratio, number of males and females present per thousand individuals of a population. Population dispersal. Okay, the individuals of a population move into or out of a population. Why they move? They come into a population or they go outside of a population due to overcrowding or competition, or it might be predatory effect. Okay, so population dispersal. So population dispersal, again we can find three types. It is immigration, emigration, and migration. So population dispersal is of three types: immigration, emigration, and migration. Age distribution. Ecologically, in any population, there are three reproductive age groups: pre-reproductive, reproductive, and post-reproductive age groups. Okay, so based on the relative abundance of each age groups, we could tell whether a population is expanding, increasing, whether it is stable or it is declining, decreasing. Okay, so that is called as age distribution. Okay, age groups, based on the age groups of the individual, we can tell whether a population is increasing, stable, or declining. Population density or population size. the number of individuals of a population per unit area per unit time, that is called as population density. Okay, so these are the characteristic features, population attributes. Okay, so natality, mortality, sex ratio, population dispersal, age distribution, and population density. What is population growth? Growth in a population. Increase in the size of a population, we can call it as a population growth. Okay, so increase in the size of a population, we can call it as population growth. So whether a population is been increasing or whether it is stable or it is been declining, so we could plot a graph, and the graphical representation of the different age groups in a population with pre-reproductive ones in the base, reproductive ones in the middle, and post-reproductive ones at top is called as a age pyramid. By the age pyramid, we could tell whether a particular population is expanding, declining, or stable, whether it is showing growth or not, based on the age groups of a population. And we could plot a graph taking different age groups like pre-reproductive, at base, reproductive ones in the middle, age groups in the middle, and post reproductive at the top. And the resultant structure, we call it as age pyramid. For any population, when we study the age pyramid, we could tell the status of the population, whether it is growing, declining, or it is stable. When can a population show the growth? There are 4 basic processes by which the population will show fluctuation, either increase or decrease. Which are those 4 basic processes? Natality, mortality, immigration, and emigration. Natality, it is also known as birth rate, number of individuals added to a unit population, per unit population, or number of individuals added per 1000 individuals. Okay, natality will always increase the population size, so we will add a plus sign because adding of individuals. Mortality, death rate, loss of individuals to a unit populations, loss of individuals. Due to the death, we can lose the individuals. It will decrease a population. Immigration, permanent inward movement of a populations, individuals of a population to a given population. Permanent inward movement of individuals to a given population. So it is called as immigration. So from elsewhere they come to a given population and they come and live there. It is a permanent inward movement. So by this immigration also we could find increase in the population size. Emigration, permanent outward movement of individuals from a given population. That given population, okay, will lose the individuals. Why they move outside? It might be due to overcrowding or in search of food, okay, or predator effect. They go outside a population, so they decrease population size. What is population growth? Increase in the size of a population. Adding, how do the population show an increase? Due to the addition of individuals. How are the individuals added? It is by two process, basic process, natality as well as immigration. So growth in a population, any population, is in a specific pattern, and that growth in any population takes place in a specific pattern, that we call it as population growth curves or population growth models or population growth curves. There are two types of population growth curves: J-shaped and S-shaped. There are two types of population growth curves, growth models: J-shaped, also known as exponential growth curve. And when does a population shows a J-shaped growth curve? A population should get unlimited natural resources. With plenty of natural resources, there is no predators effect, there is no competition, then the individuals of a population show an exponential increase in their population size. And the growth is, when we plot a graph, it shows in a form of J-shaped, so it is called as J-shaped growth curve. And the equation for J-shaped, it is dn by dt is equal to Rn. Rate of change in a population is dn by dt. R is intrinsic rate of natural increase. What are those factors which will allow a population to show an increase in its population size? That we call it as R. What is N? Population size. Okay, number of individuals of a population. S-shaped. S-shaped growth curve is also called as logistic growth curve. Okay, and S-shaped growth curve is shown by most of the populations. Okay, population will need not get unlimited natural resources. Okay, and the equation for S-shaped, it is dn by dt is equal to Rn k minus n by k. The equation for S-shaped, it is dn by dt is equal to Rn k minus n by k. dn by dt is rate of change in population. R is intrinsic rate of natural increase. N is population size. K minus n by k is environmental resistance. What is meant by environmental resistance? Environmental resistance is the sum total of biotic and abiotic factors that which will not allow a population to show an increase in its population size. Okay, the factors, it might be both biotic or abiotic factors, which will not allow a population, any population, to show an increase. Okay, above the carrying capacity, that is called as environmental resistance. This complete is called as environmental resistance. What is K? K is called as carrying capacity. The maximum number of individuals that can be sustained in any given habitat means those maximum number of individuals should get all the natural resources to live comfortably. That is called as carrying capacity. Environmental resistance are the factors that will not allow any population to show an increase beyond the carrying capacity. If it goes on increasing beyond carrying capacity, so then there arises competition. Okay, death will occur due to that. Okay, so population growth curves are of two types, J-shaped and S-shaped. You have to keep it in mind for your competitive examination. It will be asked an important topic from this for your point of examination, competitive examination. J-shaped growth curve is being shown by any population when a population will get unlimited natural resources. In a nature, no population will get unlimited natural resources. What are unlimited natural resources? It might be the space or the food, or there might be no predators and competitors. So based on this, come of the multiple choice questions I would like to solve. So in the last class, up to the 10th question I had solved. So 11th question, which of the following is the stage of a suspended development? 11th question, which of the following is the stage of suspended development? Option A, dormancy, B, hibernation, C, estivation, D, diapause. A, dormancy, B, hibernation, C, estivation, and D, it is diapause. Dormancy, hibernation, estivation are the inactive state, okay, inactive period, a dormant condition. Dormancy means inactive state. Inactive state during the winter is called as hibernation. Inactive state during the summer is called as estivation. A stage of suspended development is called as diapause. During the developmental process, when the unfavorable conditions occurs, for the temporary period, the developmental process will be stopped, and that is called as diapause. Pause means stop for temporary purpose, for temporary period. Okay, when the condition becomes favorable, okay, so the developmental process will be continued. Diapause is shown in case of the zooplanktons, that is insects. So answer here, it is D. Which question is, which of the following is the stage of suspended development? Stage of suspended development is diapause. So answer here is the fourth option. The 12th, to avoid summer related problems such as heat and desiccation, fish undergoes A, hibernation, B, diapause, C, estivation, D, none of this. to avoid summer related problems such as heat and desiccation. To avoid summer related problems, some of the animals, they go into an inactive state during summer to overcome summer related problem, and that is called as estivation or also known as summer sleep. Okay, that is answer here is C, estivation. Hibernation, why can't the hibernation be the answer? Hibernation is also an inactive state, but that hibernation is carried out during the winter to overcome winter related problems. Diapause, you know, it is different. A desert stage of suspended development. So correct answer for the question, it is C, estivation, to avoid summer related problems such as heat and desiccation. Fishes undergo an inactive stage that is called as estivation. 13th question, dash is any attribute. Attribute means characteristic feature, characteristic of an organism that enables organisms to survive and reproduce in its habitat. Answer, it is A, it is given as exponential growth. B, acclimatization. Adaptation, C, adaptation. D, mutualism. Answer is C, adaptation. Adaptations are the special characteristic feature which have been evolved by the organism. Some special characters will be developed by the organisms. Why? Because to live comfortably and successfully under prevailing set of environmental condition. Mutualism, it is a population interaction between two different species where both are benefited. D option, so it cannot be there. Exponential growth means it is a growth pattern seen by a population when they get the plenty of natural resources. Acclimatization is also a type of adaptation. Okay, whenever there is a immediate change in the environment, the body can adjust to that. Either as we move to a high altitude sickness, acclimatization, body will adjust to that, or a pH or temperature, that is called as acclimatization. But from generation to generation, we could find that these characters have been transferred from one generation to another generations. Okay, and these characters might be in the form of morphological, physiological, or it might be biochemical. Why? Because these special characters will allow a population to survive within its habitat. Next, 14th question. Seals have a thick layer of fat. That thick layer of fat is called as blubber below their skin that acts as an insulator. Seals are the aquatic mammals found in the cold oceans where temperature is 0 degrees. Very cold temperature, these seals are being found. To protect themselves that from cold environment, there is a presence of thick layer of fat. Okay, a blubber contains adipose tissue, a thick layer of fat that acts as an insulator that does not allow the body to lose the heat. Okay, so it allows to maintain the body temperature. Blubber allows the body to maintain the body temperature because their external environmental temperature is so cold, so that immediately the body tends to lose the temperature to the surrounding environment by the presence of the blubber. Okay, blubber is made up of an adipose tissue which acts as insulator that prevents the heat loss. So answer here for 14th question, it is D, insulator. A, thermostat, B, capacitor, C, resistor, D, insulator. Thermostat, it is the device that regulates the temperature. Capacitor, it is a device that stores the charges. It might be positive or negative charges. Resistor, a device that will oppose the flow of the current. What is an insulator? That does not conduct the heat. It's a device that does not conduct heat. So this blubber acts like the insulator. Okay, so it does not allow the heat to be lost to the surrounding environment. 15th question. Microbes present in hydrothermal vents where the temperature far exceeds 100 degrees Celsius. Kingdom Monera is being classified into two groups, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Archaebacteria are the primitive group of bacteria which are found in extreme harsh conditions, like where temperature is high, like more than 100 degrees, or high salinity or high pH. Microbes, they are bacteria are unicellular organisms. We can call them as microbes. Microbes present in hydrothermal vents. Hydrothermal vents is a region where the temperature is more than 100 degrees. So answer here is B, Archaebacteria. The four options are Cyanobacteria, B, Archaebacteria, C, Eubacteria, D, none of this. Answer here it is B, Archaebacteria. Okay, if it is given as thermoacidophile, so it is also the correct option. Instead of Archaebacteria, if it is given as thermoacidophile, so then it would be the correct option. If in one of the option, if it is given as Archaebacteria, okay, another two option, if it is given as Cyanobacteria, methanogens and halophiles, which you would choose, it is Archaebacteria, that is thermoacidophile. It is correct. Methanogens, they are found in areas where there is anaerobic conditions like marshy areas. Halophiles, high salt concentration. Cyanobacteria's blue-green algae, they are found in freshwater bodies, okay, like stagnant water. Eubacterias, okay, so eubacteria, so the bacteria, so they are found everywhere. So answer here it is B, Archaebacterias. 16th question. If the age distribution percent individuals of a given age or a group is plotted for the population, the resultant structure is called a or an. If the age distribution is plotted for the population, the resultant structure is called an. Options: population density, ecological pyramid, population growth, and D, age pyramid. If the age distribution is plotted for a population, the resulting structure is called as age pyramid, with pre-reproductive ones in the base, reproductive ones on the top, okay, reproduction in the middles, and post-reproductive ones on the top is called as age pyramid. So correct option is D. Why can't other three be the correct answers? Population density or population size is also technically called as population density. Population density means total number of individuals of a population, given population. So here it is asked as age distribution. It is related to the age. So it cannot be the answer. Ecological pyramid, that you will study related to the ecosystem. Okay, number of individuals as well as energy flow, or it might be the biomass accumulated at various trophic levels of the food chains of an ecosystem. That graphical representation is called as ecological pyramids. It is a graphical representation of various ecological parameters like number of individuals, the biomass, okay, pyramid of biomass and energy. Okay, so that is called as ecological pyramid. Population growth. What is population growth? Increase in the size of a population is called as population growth, and population growth is in a particular pattern, particular manner. Okay, so that is called as population growth. But here it is asked, the resulting structure is obtained. Okay, how? By using the age distribution in a population, and that we call it as age pyramid. Next, 17th question. The age pyramid are of three types: triangular, yes, bell shaped and urn shaped. The age pyramid with narrow base indicates. Age pyramid with narrow base indicates. Options: A, high number of young individuals, low number of young individuals, high number of old individuals, low number of old individuals. A age pyramid with narrow base indicates an age pyramid which has narrow base. And you know that age pyramid is a graphical representation of different age groups with pre-reproductive ones in the base, reproductive ones in the middle, post-reproductive ones on the top. And here in the question it is told that an age pyramid with a narrow base. Base is narrow. It might be like this. Yes. Base is narrow like this. Okay. Base. This is called as base. This is the center, and this is apex, top. So base, what it will be there? Pre-reproductive age group, middle reproductive, and on the top it is post-reproductive. A question is, the age pyramid with narrow base indicates. Base is narrow. Small means option here is low number of young individual. Pre-reproductive means young individuals. Means the pre-reproductive ones, young individuals in a population are less. So then only the age pyramid of that population will show a narrow base. Okay, so option here is low number of young individual. If it is high number of young individuals, then what would happen? The resultant structure of a age pyramid would be triangular like this. Base is broader. So question is given as base, means base includes pre-reproductive individual. The other two options are ruled out because it is given as old individuals. Old individuals are present at the top. Next, 18th question. Which of the following parameter is not a part of population growth? Which of the following parameter is not a part of population growth? A. Natality, B. Mortality, C. Metapopulation, D. Emigration. See, I have told there are 4 basic processes that will fluctuate the population size. Natality and immigration will increase the population size. Mortality and emigration will decrease the population size. So, when can we call the population as the growing population? When it is showing an increased number of individuals added to a population. Increasing population, we call it as growth of a population. How do the population shows a growth? It is by natality and immigration. So, natality, mortality, A. Natality, B. Mortality, C. Metapopulation, and D. Emigration. Question is, which of the following is not a part of population? Which of the following parameter is not a part of population growth? Answer is C. Metapopulation. These 3 are the parameters of population growth that will either increase or decrease a population size. What is meant by metapopulation? Subgroups of a population, okay, are called as, can be called as local populations, where both the subgroups or local populations are interacted. They show an interaction. How? By the movement of individuals from this one group to the another group. Such local populations are called as metapopulation. So those 2 subgroups or local populations are made up of same individuals, same species, individuals of same species, that is called as metapopulation. Local population connected by the dispersing individuals of same species. Metapopulation means local populations connected by dispersing individuals of same species. So answer for 18th question, it is C, metapopulation. 19th question, dash is the number of individuals of a population who have left the habitat and have gone elsewhere during the time period under consideration. Answer here is D, emigration. It is the direct question. The emigration is the number of individuals of the population who have left the habitat and gone elsewhere during the time period under consideration. Natality, it is increase in the size of population by adding of individual by birth, hatching. Yes, mortality, loss of individuals by death. Immigration, it is the number of individuals, incoming of the individuals to a given population. C, it is the D answer. Correct answer is D, immigration. 20, the formula for logistic growth curve. A, the formula for logistic growth are A, it is given as dn by dt is equal to Rn. B, Rn by dt, Rn by dn is equal to dt. C, dn by dt is equal to Rn k minus n by k, dn by dt is equal to Rn n minus k by n. Answer, it is C, dn by dt is equal to Rn k minus n by k. So here k minus n by k is environmental resistance. For a population to show logistic growth, there we could find environmental resistance. The factors will not allow any population to show an increase beyond the carrying capacity. Okay. So equation correct option is dn. C, dn by dt is equal to Rn k minus n by k. Next question 21. In a growth pattern, 1 minus n by k is A, carrying capacity, B, intrinsic rate of natural increase, C, environmental resistance, D, biotic potential. Carrying capacity is denoted by the term letter K, the maximum number of individuals that can be sustained in any given habitat. Intrinsic rate of natural increase, the factors that will allow a population to increase in its size, it is represented by the letter R. Environmental resistance, it is given as 1 minus n by k or k minus n by k. What is biotic potential? The maximum reproductive potential capacity under the ideal conditions, that is called as maximum, that is biotic potential. So question is 21 question, the growth pattern 1 minus n by k is, answer correct option is, in the growth pattern what does 1 minus n by k represent? It is environmental resistance. Okay, so in the next class the population interactions and the based questions on that, okay, I would like to solve. Thank you.